Yes. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a dog with you on a Monday. The temperatures have certainly changed, and we certainly appreciate you joining us this afternoon here on Weber This Week. Let me remind you that sometimes cancellations work out for the best. We had originally scheduled Lee Bieber, entrepreneur out of New York City, to come in. I've never met the man yet, but he had some jury duty hanging over his head and some other issues, so he had to cancel today's show. So, in fact, Jimmy Senacropi, give him credit. He came up with a great idea. We wanted to spotlight the Mynderse Academy girls tennis team, which has been an incredible run of success. 54-2 over the last 3 years, 54-2. Plus, they just completed winning their third straight Section 5 championship. Kudos goes out to Mike Merriam and the coaches and the fine players and the fine fan club that show up and participate in following these wonderful, wonderful women's teams. So today we got a special show. Just give you an idea. Let me recap. Jim's was kind enough to sit in and do an interview last Thursday afternoon with the girls, and certainly that was Emily Bogart, a senior, along with Sam Pundt, and also Rachel Sullivan came into our studios, and Jimmy was able to record an interview. It's some 20 minutes long, and we're going to go to that in just a minute or so. But let me give you an update of what's transpired since Jimmy did his interview before we go to that. Just a reminder that on Saturday, they competed up at the Mendon Club in Rochester. And just for an idea, in the doubles competition, Emily Bogart and Sarah Koberger won that competition 6-2, 6-1. Also in doubles, Rachel Sullivan along with Meredith Perrine, they also won the doubles 6-1, 6-1. And Sam Pundt in singles won her match 6-4 and 6-3. So that you are cut up to date in regards to what's happening later this hour, actually, 4 o'clock today. Finals action up at the Mendon Racket Club. And at 4 o'clock, which is about 55 minutes from now, Trinity Boykin out of North Groves Wolcott will take on Sam Pundt, of course, Mynderse Academy. And in class doubles, C doubles final, also at 4 o'clock. The likes of Rachel Sullivan, along with Meredith Perrine, will compete against Emily Bogart, along with Sarah Koberger. So those matches take place within the hour of this broadcast, and we certainly wish them the best of luck. And certainly, I just can't say enough good things about the tennis team. They have been remarkable, and certainly we as fans and as citizens of the town of Seneca Falls need to support teams that may not get all the limelight. Agreed, basketball and football always have held center court, I guess, in publicity, but because of the cancellation, Jimmy came up with the idea of spotlighting the girls, and I certainly agreed 100%. And I certainly, with the opportunity to showcase it on this show, Weber This Week. So, as we look at the clock, we're approaching 3:04. So I think you ought to sit back and enjoy what Jim Senacropi had the opportunity to do. That is to sit down with the three MA tennis players. So without further ado, let's go to that tape.
Champion, the three-time sectional champion, Mynderse Academy girls varsity tennis team. We have Samantha Pundt. Did I say that right?
Yes.
And Emily Bogart and Rachel Sullivan. Ladies, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, you guys are all seniors, right?
Yes. Yes.
And so were you all here for all three sectional titles?
Yes. Yes.
And I don't think any other sport that I can remember in Minders has won 3 straight sectional titles.
I don't know.
I think the boys tennis team did.
And
I think he said.
too.
I think coach said. I don't remember. He said someone has, but in tennis.
Well, it's pretty amazing the tennis program that you guys have helped to build. And you defeated North Rose Wolcott on Tuesday night at Hobart, 4-1, and then you came back into town with a escort from the police. Mm-hmm. You know, what was that like?
That was
It was
insane.
loud. It
It
was
was
so
so
loud.
loud. We were, oh my gosh, we were all screaming.
We lost our voices because we were just
No,
so
yeah.
happy.
By the
and
time we
screaming out the
got
window.
to the school, no one could talk.
I
We were all
cried.
so happy.
I was so excited. I cried.
And there was just like people standing in the streets with signs, like Meredith Perrine's mom was standing
Yep.
in the street. It was just all these people supporting. It was just awesome. I've never felt anything like it.
Yeah,
It was
well,
crazy.
that's great, and you know, like, there's a lot of things I want to talk to you guys about, but before we get into that, why don't we talk about some of the girls on the team? You three are here with us in studio. There's Jessica Pierce, Meredith Perrine, Sarah Kohlberger, Maddie Lynch, Lily Redding, Elena Wilkerson, and Lacey Maloney. Did I leave anybody out?
I know that's it.
I don't think so.
Now, tennis is an individual sport, but this is a team championship. Talk about some of the things that make you guys a good team.
Well, even though it's individual, I know that we all work really hard off season, and even when we can't be on the court with like everyone, obviously, we're all out there like supporting each other constantly.
Yeah, definitely.
And we learn from each other. Like if someone does something really well on the court, like, you know, has a really good backhand or a really good backhand slice, we all, you know, try to just learn from each other, and they say, oh, they do this really well, maybe I should work on that. So it's kind of,
So a lot of that team building and camaraderie kind of
Yeah.
happens in practice and in training, off season
mostly
stuff.
practice.
No, yeah,
Mostly
definitely
practice, because we have
practice.
practice every day together. So that's, you know, where we are able to have the social aspects of like the team, and
Mhm.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like during games when everyone else is finished, we all watch each other and we're just all constantly there for each other, supporting each other all the time. Like we're just so close. And it's nice because we only have 10 girls on the team, which makes it so close for everyone to have such a strong bond with each other.
Right. So it's amazing the program that Coach Merriam has helped build on the boys and girls side. Tennis is kind of one of those sports that's sometimes overlooked because it's a small team. It's not generally a huge spectator sport like basketball or football or soccer or lacrosse where people fill the bleachers.
Yeah.
You know, talk about what the program was like when you guys first started playing tennis and kind of what you've helped it become.
Well, when we were sophomores, no one really thought, like, they just thought that we were just going to, like, go throughout our season, like, do okay, because they had such a strong team before us.
Yeah.
They
definitely.
graduated, like, 7 seniors, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, everyone believed in us, but they just didn't really think that we could
Pull out
win.
the title.
Yeah.
No, yeah. All the 3 oldest girls were us 3 sophomores.
We were 15 years old.
And there was
Right.
teams calling up Coach Merriam like, oh, okay, well, we're ready to play you now. And they thought they were just going to walk all over
Right.
us. That's not what happened.
Do you think
It was
that
amazing.
that what you learned from the girls before you helped you become successful?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
Well,
One of them is Grace Dobler.
Mhm.
I played with Grace freshman year, I believe, for doubles for individual sectionals, and she was one person that I really looked up to because I was second singles my freshman year, and she was just always someone that I always liked learning from because I had the opportunity to play with her, you know, during individual sectionals. So
Right.
that's still someone, even in my senior year, I still look up to.
How about you girls? Anybody in particular that helped you when you were younger?
Yeah, my sister is actually the one that got me into tennis. When I was in 8th grade, she was a senior, so I got pulled up to varsity my freshman year. So that was the year that everyone just like left, and no one really like had any confidence in our team. But she was really the one that got me to like believe in myself.
How about you, Emily?
Yeah, I was on my freshman year. I was on JV, but almost every match I can think of, I was pulled up with varsity.
Yeah.
And definitely, it was all the girls, like you two especially, but all the girls that were there older than us they were so helpful. And then I would bring it back down to JV, and then it would just like it totally changed the way I played, being with them and practicing with that upper level.
Right. Well, I mentioned Coach Mike Merriam. He's really nationally renowned for his coaching. I think he was just inducted into the national Do you guys know the official,
Yeah.
For what?
The
Wasn't he
national
like the-
tennis.
the USTA?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that out of Rochester?
New York something.
I don't know.
remember.
Well, anyways, he
Yeah.
received. I should know that it was well documented in the news. But
Sorry,
what?
Coach.
Yeah, talk about Coach Merriam a little bit. He's committed his good part of his professional
Yeah.
life to building this tennis program, and certainly to sit back and watch you guys bring home 3 straight sectional titles has got to feel pretty good. But how important has he been to the program and to you guys individually?
He is really the person that truly built up this program. Like, we could
Yeah,
say so
from the
much about
ground.
him.
Yeah.
Just because, like, he's the one person, well, him and Gus, are the people that have, like, always really believed in us, and they've put so much, the time that they put in to this program, they, come up with winter leagues for us. We always practice, like, almost
It's
every day.
amazing.
In the spring, he always, like, welcomes the girls to practice with the boys. He just does so much because he just wants us to, like, see us succeed.
Yeah, definitely. Like all year round, it never stops for us. I would say, especially us 3.
Yeah.
And like it never stops. Like we have other sports going on, but tennis just never stops. They have always got something.
But you
planned
guys,
for
tennis
us.
your favorite sport?
Yes.
Yes.
And is it because of the coaches, Coach Merriam and
It
Coach
is.
I would
Grimesy?
We
say,
lucked
yeah.
out with them because
No,
they
definitely.
don't get paid to do this. This is their own time that they're taking for us. And one thing I learned from Mr. Merriam is that you could go and talk about how amazing your sports team is, and just say, oh, I've gotten these many titles, but we go about it more of like showing it, like showing and winning all the time, and not talking about it because it's not a sport that's recognized by like
you just go
like
about your
soccer,
business
football.
and act
Yeah,
like you expected
we
to
show
win.
it.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to step aside and hear from our sponsors to make this show possible. When we come back, we'll continue with our conversation with Sam, Emily, and Rachel. We'll be right back.
Acting as a gateway to the Finger Lakes, Del Lago leverages the natural beauty and unique offerings while enhancing tourism in the region. The casino features 2,000 slot machines, 89 gaming tables, including 12 poker tables, portico by Fabio Viviani, a 2,400-person entertainment center, farmers market buffet. The hotel, spa, and banquet facility will open summer 2017.
Cayuga Lake National Bank. Visit Bill Ryan and his team for all of your banking needs. Offices in Union Springs and Aurora, a fine sponsor of this show for over 30 years. DA Liquor on Bridge Street in Seneca Falls. Amy Padula and her team will find the right spirit for you every time. When you stop in, tell Amy the dog sent you. The Gold Hotel welcomes you to come out and enjoy the revitalization of this historic downtown Seneca Falls landmark. Every Wednesday is Ladies' Night with special price drinks and half-priced appetizers. Learn more at thegouldhotel.com. The Omen Theater on William Street in Lyons. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. Located off New York State Thruway Exit 41, the McGee Diner has earned their reputation as a popular family restaurant, serving country fresh home-cooked meals daily. Stop in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and check out their menu at mcgeediner.com. Seneca Metals is an award-winning company that has earned a reputation of going above and beyond to protect the environment and support their community. As an EPA inspector once said, their operation is head and shoulders above the rest. And the Newark Pilots of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, a minor league team with a major league ballpark. Season ticket packages available at newarkpilots.com. And the Wilson Press in Seneca Falls. My good pal Rich Rickey and his team can handle all of your printing and mailing needs. Visit them online at wpress.com.
All right, welcome back. I'm with Sam Pundt, Emily Bogart, and Rachel Sullivan from the three-time sectional Class CC, Section 5 Class CC champion Mynderse Blue Devils girls varsity tennis team. And I think this is something that it's obviously great right now, getting the police escort and everything into town and all that. And obviously to get the patches and the medals and the block that you can put in it's all awesome. But I think maybe 10, 15, 20 years from now, you're really going to look back at this time and, have a big smile on your face. It's quite an accomplishment.
Definitely. I have to agree. Like, this is going to be something that I'll remember forever.
I kept all the newspaper articles.
Yeah, me
have,
too. I have a
in my memory
scrapbook.
box.
I have a scrapbook and I have all the articles and pictures.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
years.
definitely don't take it for granted,
No.
even though people might say that, oh, you're used to it by now, but every time it just feels just as good as the last.
Yeah,
It's
this
just,
year, I wanted each match saying, this is the last time I'm going to play Geneva or Bloomfield
Yeah.
or Naples,
It's so sad.
Yeah, well, that's part of the thing about high school sports is it's just a short time.
Yeah.
You guys were lucky to play more than 2 years of varsity.
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of sports you just play junior and senior year, and some sports you might be on the team as a junior, but you might not play much till you're a senior, and so it's a very
Yeah.
short time, and you guys really capitalized on that window that you had, especially like you said, coming in with the 7 seniors graduating when you guys were sophomores.
Yeah.
So, so you guys are seniors.
Yes.
So what are your plans after school? Is it going to include tennis? What do you guys want to do? Do you know what you want to do for a living? Why don't we start with you, Sam?
I am right now at the BOCES Tech and Career Center. I taught preschool last year, and I'm doing internships at Red Jacket Education Facility. And so I do want to go into education and special education. I'm looking at SUNY schools right now, and I am getting in contact with coaches to definitely play at the NCAA Division III level
Nice.
in college.
Okay, Emily, how about you?
Well, right now, I'm undecided. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I'm just going through waiting to see what happens. Right now I'm thinking that I want to take up education in lower level because I've taught religious education since 5th grade. I love being with kids. I love it, but I'm not sure yet. So I think I'll be attending CCC next fall just to start out, get all my stuff done.
Well,
Get it out
you
of the
don't
way.
have to make any decisions.
No,
That's a
definitely. I
nice
don't
thing.
want to screw it up. So I'm just taking my time.
So, Rachel, how about you?
I'm looking into going into speech pathology. I'm not really decided on what school I want to go to. I'm looking at a mix of private and SUNY schools, but I know that I definitely want to play tennis in college, just at the D3 level.
Okay. So, could you potentially maybe see yourselves coaching in the future?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
That would be so much
I would
fun.
love that.
I love it.
I would love it. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So you're seniors, you just won 3 straight sectional titles. What is it like when you went to school the next day, and how are the other students at Mynderse kind of, reacting to all this?
Well,
Teachers were very,
Yeah, the teachers were
good job,
so
guys.
Nice.
But, it's just a regular day with, everyone you see in the hallways. But,
Yeah.
you know what? That
It's-
doesn't bother us because,
Yeah,
we
no.
still got that police escort that,
We've
not
been
a ton
waiting
of teams
for.
get when they win.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, no. When we went to school the next day,
We do
it's
get congratulations,
you
but
get congratulations and stuff, but most people don't. I don't know. I don't want to say they don't care.
it's just that it's not recognized
it's
as
like
much.
It's
Yeah.
different than, say, when the
No,
girls'
definitely.
basketball team went to
Yeah.
the States
Yeah.
last year, that you felt like the students were more behind that team than they
Yeah.
maybe are you guys?
Yeah.
And not
I
that
would
they
say-
don't support you, it's just you
No.
think that
Yeah,
tennis is
yeah.
just because it's tennis? And
I think
not-
it
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
I think
very
it's
low key.
uncommon sports. It's an
Yeah.
uncommon sport. So,
because people tennis matches. You can't go and cheer
Yeah.
and be
Yeah.
loud. I
Gotta
think
be
that's
really
what a lot
quiet.
of people really enjoy about going to. I know I love going to the basketball games. Some of my best friends are on both boys and girls teams. I don't know.
It's definitely a different atmosphere.
It is. It's it has nothing to do with the kids and
No.
thinking they're better than us or anything.
Right.
It's it's just It's just the way tennis is.
Like, I've been brought up.
It's small.
I've played ice hockey. This is my 12th year. And
Where do you play hockey?
I played last year, and the year before I played in Syracuse for the Syracuse Blazers 16U state-bound team.
So no high school hockey
No, I'm actually
available.
playing for Geneva High
Geneva
School this
Waterloo
year.
team?
Yeah, Geneva Waterloo
Gotcha.
Bloomfield team this year, and through Auburn. And me and my brothers, I have 2 younger brothers, we're the only people in the Seneca Falls district that play. So I'm
Sure.
used to that kind of, not being recognized for the other things I do that I love. So, it doesn't bother me because I know that I'm doing all the right things and working hard.
Nice. Well, a couple other quick things before we wrap this up. Favorite place to eat in town? What do you guys like to do? Where you like to eat? Favorite place to eat? Favorite thing to do in your free time?
Does it have to
or
be-
any?
Oh,
in
No,
town?
just wherever. You can go wherever you want.
I love Wegmans.
Like to go up to Wegmans and get a sub, or go
Yes.
through the salad bars?
And, okay, I like the subs, and I like everything.
Sushi?
No, I don't
I
like
like the
sushi.
sushi.
She
You
likes
like
the
the sushi.
sushi. Yeah, we go up there, when we stop there for tennis, it's like
insane.
it's like a miracle because we usually go like
McDonald's
Wednesdays or
something.
something, and then we go to Wegmans and we're all going crazy.
How about you? You guys all like Wegmans, or where's your favorite place?
Personally, I really like Moe's. I really like my Joey. My nice burrito.
Joey with chicken.
I like Panera. Their mac and cheese and their Red Bulls are fantastic, and I add a 99-cent pastry every time I go there.
And our tomato soup.
Yep.
Bomb.
So, what do you guys do when you're not practicing tennis and when the homework's done and it's a Friday night or Saturday night? You guys go down to the community center. Like when I was in high school, we would gather at the rec a lot.
We used to do that.
I
No,
don't
yeah,
know.
we
In
did.
middle
And like
school,
middle
yeah.
school, we would just go to the rec. I've never played basketball a day in my life. I just go there and I sit there.
So what do you do
But not
now?
anymore.
Like as seniors, where do you go?
Home.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much home, sleep,
Home,
when we like have the time.
support our other school
Yeah, other
teams.
school. Whenever there's a game, I try and
I like
get
to hang out
there.
with my friends and play with my dog.
Oh yeah, my dog. I love my dog. I would definitely go home and play with my dog and go to school, and I would be fine with it. Doing that every day.
So, you guys play Saturday night at Mendon Racket Club in individual sectionals. You guys are all competing. I think Rachel, you're paired with Meredith Prine in
Yes.
doubles, and Emily and Sarah Kohlberger are playing doubles. So by the time this interview airs, it'll be Monday. So we'll
That's the
update the
finals.
viewers on how you did. Good luck Saturday and going
you.
forward. Good luck in your futures, everything that you guys end up doing after school. I'm sure you'll be successful. Do you think that experiences that you've gained as tennis players in this program and making yourself better tennis players and being part of a team are going to help you in whatever you decide to do career-wise? And-
Definitely.
We've learned how it is to really work hard and put
Yeah.
all your effort into something.
No, definitely.
And time management.
Yeah,
Definitely.
time management.
Yes,
Yeah,
with school and such. Because we miss school sometimes. We've been missing
Yeah.
some school. Like,
Yeah.
individual sectionals is like you're
Always
not
during
with
the
your
day.
school, so it's like you're classified. Like I'll go in and I'm playing for Minders, but it's just me and Sarah together, and so they just make it during school all the time, and I have to always miss every year. We usually miss a bunch of stuff,
yeah,
but
stuff.
So real quick, last thing before we get out of here, is there any, just thank the people that in your life that have helped you in any way, both tennis and, academically or individually, just anybody that you want to thank while you got the chance here.
I would like to thank Lendy Francesco. I started doing lessons with him in the beginning of last year, and I have just learned so many things from him. He's almost like a family member to me now. I call him every time after a match, and he just gives me, what to work on the court and also mentally, because that's one thing I struggle with is I'm very hard on myself, and Len has just, taught me how to breathe and just, you're going to be fine. So him especially. My parents, they don't miss a match. My grandparents also. They always make it a priority to come see also my brothers, our games and sports activities. So, yeah.
Nice, Emily.
I would have to thank definitely Coach and Gus so much, and Billy Nealon. I would go up with him. Rachel went to every Sunday for
Yeah.
the past 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy. He's such a big help, and he gets us playing at another level that we don't see in the competition that we play here, and he's like training us like the larger, more intense tennis surrounded schools play, and it's just so much help. And
Yep.
definitely my parents and my
That
brothers.
jacket you got on is like old school, right?
Yeah, where's my name? Bogey.
That's like
Coach,
the
my
old,
coach calls me that.
old style like varsity jackets
Yeah.
from like the 1980s, right?
Yeah, it has to be. It's my uncle Brian's. Yeah, I would say.
And
the
so why are
80s,
you
early
wearing it
90s.
today?
Today's throwback day at school for Spirit Week.
Gotcha, okay. Spirit Week. Well, that's
Yeah.
perfect, right?
Yeah, I know. I have my mom's too.
So,
I like them.
okay, Rachel, how about you? Anybody you want to thank?
I have a lot of people I like to thank. I'd really like to thank my parents. They're such good supporters. After every match, win or lose, they're always there for me. And they really feel like as strongly as I do about this sport, especially after all these years, like my sister playing it, I played it. I'd like to thank my sister, Emily, just because she's really the one that got me into it, because I always looked up to her and I always just wanted to do what she did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to thank Coach and Gus, just because they always supported all of us too, and they really built the program up to be an amazing thing.
Well, thanks for taking the time out of your school day to come in and talk to us about this. And you all should be really proud to accomplish three times to win sectionals. Just once in your career would be great, but you guys have done it three
Yeah.
times. Like I said, I think you're going to look back someday, and it's going to be considered one of the greatest athletic teams that's
Yeah.
ever been at Mynderse to win three
Yeah.
straight. So congratulations, good luck,
Thank you.
going forward, and good luck in the future.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. I have done this, been happy to do this show for 6 years. It's one of the best interviews Jimmy did, and I was just like you, sitting home watching and listening to them, and the way they handled themselves. We're talking some leaders of tomorrow. Those girls were phenomenal. Congratulations goes out to Emily Bogart, Sam Pundt, and Rachel Sullivan. They really did a nice job. And by the way, I got to send out thank you to Emily Bogart's grandmother, Sandy Lopez, a very good friends of myself and Mary, along with granddad Gino. Sandy was able to give me some tidbits prior to the broadcast today, and without her help, it would have been impossible to come up with some of the stuff that I had to say early on the show. So, Grandma Sandy, thank you very much, and you should be very proud, like everybody, checking out the show, and Jimmy did a great job conducting that interview. So, once again, Emily Bogart, Rachel Sullivan, Sam Pundt, you have nothing to be very proud of all of the way you handled yourself on the air, and I know you got great futures for all of you, including the rest of the team members as well, and to Coach Merriam along with Coach Garnsey. So glad to have been able to do that, glad to have it showcased on my program, and I know that they're going to be really phenomenal people moving forward, regardless of whatever they try to do, because they obviously got their act together. Hey, by the way, speaking of act together, Seneca Metals has some great events out there, as you all know, and I want to remind everybody, we have one coming up called the Easy Fall Crafting. That's right. Make your home fall festive with a lovely corn husk flower arrangement in this hands-on class with crafter extraordinaire Becky Odell. That's right, Becky Odell. Becky's corn husk flower arrangement is easy to do, but looks like it belongs in a magazine. To register, call out at Seneca Metals at 315-539-5624. That's at the Seneca Metals Education Center, 1977 State Route 414 in Seneca Falls. That's coming up this Thursday, October 19th, 6:30 to 7:30, $6 per person. It is a family event. By the way, as we get ready to wrap up the show, reminder on upcoming guests coming on the Weber Show. You ever wonder how they put those promotions and all the activity, the bees of activity at the Del Lago Resort and Casino? Who makes that click? Well, a couple of guys and their team make it click. Jimmy Wilmot, Director of Promotions, along with Matt Ingold, who just got recently promoted, richly deserved, by the way, as Vice President of Marketing, will be on the show next week. I'll be off the following week because I'm having some surgery on my eye, and so I won't be doing a show on the 30th. We pick up the pace in November with Jim Spina coming in on November 6th, and there's no truth to the rumor that he jumped off a bridge when Syracuse beat his Clemson Tigers. I am sure Jimmy will be fine. Take care, everybody. Enjoy your week. Try to get a little something on your old backside, even though it's supposed to be in the 70s in the next couple of days. Take care, everybody. Speaking for Jimmy Senecropi, those girls did a fabulous job. Take care.
Finger Lakes one time.